Hey out there, this is Buzz with TheSurvivalBuzz. So a few weeks back I came across a new product. I wanted to wait a bit to make a video on it, really make sure it really worked like it said it was going to. Seemed like a great product. So I'm about 3 weeks in on using it, and it's great for a multitude of things. So I wanted to go ahead and make a video and show you guys how beneficial it can actually be. So it's BierKashi BoKashi, and it's actually made from organic spent beer grains. And you can use it in several different ways. It masks odor well, but I'm using it for my composting. You can compost things you normally wouldn't, like meat, dairy items. Uses like lactic acid fermentation to do that. But yeah, it's really good stuff. I'm using it in my chicken coop, which I will show you that here in a minute, but I'm going to show you how I'm using it for my food scraps for composting. So you definitely want to get one of these Gamma lids and just a 5-gallon bucket. And this stuff comes in 5-pound bags, and it is not cheap, I'm not going to lie to you, but I can already tell it's working. I think a 5-pound bag is $50. The more you buy, the cheaper it gets. If you search online, you can find a coupon. I think I found a 10 or 15% off when I ordered it. But about 3 weeks in on this, let me get this open. They're on there pretty good. So if you can see that, if I get in the light better here. Not really. But it actually has like a mold growing on it, which is fine. This stuff has beneficial bacteria and mold in it to help break down things in the soil. So it's actually good for your soil too in your garden. You can literally top dress it and water it in. So, and when you put this stuff in the kitchen, you put some of this in it, the BoKashi. Put your scraps in there, and it kind of masks the odor while it's in your house as well. And I've got like meat, lettuce, eggs. I put some old sour cream in there, carrots, broccoli, and then there's a little bit of BoKashi in there. I wish you could see that better. Then I have all my coffee filters. And I've actually got a bunch of old eggs that were no good. I'm gonna throw in there. And I know this looks awful, but this stuff actually works. Mix that top layer a little bit. Alright. Now all you do with this stuff, when you start a bucket, you put a good couple handfuls in there of it. Then you put 2 or 3 inches of waste in it. Another handful or so of the BoKashi, and then 2 or 3 more inches of waste. I'm sorry, I know my camera work's not great here. We're a one-man team here. So here's what it looks like. So I'm just gonna put a hefty handful on there. I put some pretty gnarly stuff in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and put another handful on top there. And that's really all there is to it. And it's good to have the Gamma lid because it needs to be airtight to really work properly. But also, there's no smell. Like, even though I've had food waste in there for 2 or 3 weeks now, there's no smell. There's kind of a fermenty smell, but it's really nothing compared to what I'm used to. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with that. And once I get this bucket filled up, then all you do is you let it set for like 2 weeks, and then you add that to your compost heap, you add some carbons and things to it and just compost like you normally would, but there's lots of beneficial bacteria and fungus in it. That's actually good for breaking down stuff. Good for your soil as well. Like I said, you can top dress it in your garden. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you now what I'm doing with it in my chicken coop. Alright, so here we are in the chicken coop, and I'm gonna explain to you how I'm using BoKashi in here. So basically I deep bedded this coop. I put about I don't know, this is like a maybe 12 by 12 chicken coop, something to that degree. I put about a half a bale of hay in here, on top of already some existing substrate stuff in the bottom, but I put about a half a bale of hay, and then about a half a big bag of pine shavings, and then I actually dumped a bunch of dried up leaves I found in the yard, probably like a couple buckets full of those. And then I've sprinkled BoKashi all through here, and then of course there's chicken manure in it as well. But that BoKashi masks the odor in here, and it also breaks this stuff down. So look here. If you can see how broken down all that is in just a number of, this is literally like 2 weeks I've had this in here. So yeah, it's super expensive stuff, I'm not gonna lie, but it actually works. I mean, hopefully you can tell on camera how well, because in person you can definitely see. So pretty amazing stuff. And I'll put a link in the description box at the website. So yeah, it seems like pretty amazing stuff so far. We'll see how it pars in the future. But you know, it's all natural. It's not harmful to the chickens or anything. They can actually eat it and digest it, and it's even more beneficial in their manure. So it works in a multitude of ways. It's pretty great stuff, and I would highly suggest it to anybody that's into, you know, all natural farming and composting and stuff like that. So as always, like this video and subscribe if you like what you hear, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Later.